Every time you ask an artificial intelligence to read a document, draft an email, or write a line of code, an invisible meter is running. Behind the scenes, the companies hosting these AI models charge you based on tokens, tiny pieces of words costing fractions of a cent, adding up every time you hit send. That system just took a hit. Perplexity and NVIDIA released Portable Computer. Instead of a data center, the AI model moves directly onto your own machine. Everyday tasks, summarizing PDFs, sorting inbox, happen right on your hardware. Because it runs locally, the token cost drops to zero. You pay for your own electricity, and in return, you never have to worry about a digital tax on your basic daily tasks again. Think of traditional cloud AI like a luxury hotel. You are billed for absolutely everything. Installing local AI is like building a guest house in your backyard. You buy the house, your computer, but using it day to day doesn't cost a dime in rent. This graphic outlines how the hybrid system handles difficult stuff. If your local computer gets hit with a complex problem it can't solve, it pauses and asks permission to send that specific task to the cloud. It escalates only the hardest 10% of the work. So the era of paying per token isn't entirely over. The toll road still exists, but now you only have to drive on it when you need serious heavy lifting. To run this kind of software at home, you need a very specific, massive engine. You need a Windows or Linux PC with a high-end NVIDIA RTX graphics card, specifically one with 24 gigabytes of video memory, like an RTX 3090 or 4090. If you are on an Apple computer, you are currently out of luck. MacBooks don't support this specific platform yet, though they still make excellent control stations for managing other machines over a network. And while you might be tempted to rent industrial-sized server racks to get that required computing power, that path is built for large enterprise businesses. For a beginner, renting a massive remote server to run these programs is a fast track to losing money. Now, we need to clear up a massive misconception spreading online right now. You might see videos claiming that Perplexity will pay you to run their software on your machine. That is a scam. They do not rent your hardware. Running a local AI program is a great way to save money on monthly subscription bills. It is a tool for efficiency, not a magical passive income generator on its own. If you actually want to generate income with your computer, you have to look at compute marketplaces. These platforms act like an Airbnb for your graphics card, connecting your idle hardware with AI developers around the world who need temporary processing power. There are two main ways to enter this market. Beginners can use a simple Windows app called Salad, which runs quietly in the background when you aren't playing games. More advanced users can dedicate a Linux machine to a platform called Vast.ai, which requires more setup but offers better returns. This chart shows the actual monthly earnings reported by marketplace operators. An unverified RTX 4090 pulls in about $1.50 a month, but that exact same graphics card, once verified by the platform, jumps to around $180 a month. That massive gap comes down to reliability. To get verified and earn real dollars instead of spare change, you have to keep your machine online and running perfectly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even with perfect execution, a single high-end graphics card renting out its processing power is just a modest side hustle. It brings in enough to cover its own electricity and help pay off the cost of the computer, but it will not replace a full-time salary. There is, however, a much more profitable path in this new economy. Instead of renting out your raw computing power for pennies an hour, you can use your free local AI to create finished products for clients. You can run massive batches of documents through your computer to create clean summaries for a law firm. You can process messy spreadsheets into organized data, or generate secure, private code assistants for a tech startup that can't send their sensitive files to a public cloud. When you sell a finished service, you are billing for the value of the solution, not the electricity of your graphics card. An hour of your computer's time applied to a real business problem is worth 10 to 50 times more than renting that same hour on a marketplace. By shifting your mindset from renting hardware to selling solutions, you take an expensive gaming toy and turn it into a highly profitable, self-contained business. This graphic shows the journey into the local AI economy. You start passively running Salad on your PC, graduate to a dedicated machine on Vast.ai, and finally reach the top tier selling freelance services. Renting out a high-end card nets $150 to $500 monthly. Take a look at the computer sitting on your desk. check the graphics card specifications. You might already own the exact engine required to step into this space. This technology shift is not a magical lottery ticket. It is a quiet transfer of power, taking the incredible capabilities of artificial intelligence out of remote data centers and putting that leverage directly into your hands.